Hey guys, how's it going? Self-Electriker here. In the video I have for you today, I'm going to be going over how we can make a really nice, clear and thick hand sanitizing gel at home. This is going to be an update video on my video number 394 where I taught you how to do this previously. But what I have done is I've updated my formula and I've made it so that you can make a really nice, thick, clear gel that's less tacky, uses less product, and I'm really excited to share this new and final recipe with you. So without further ado, let's go over how we can make a gel just like this at home in just a few minutes. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be making the liquid version of the hand sanitizer, and in order to do that you're going to need 400 milliliters of 95% alcohol. What I'll be using is going to be 190 proof grain alcohol. Then you're going to need 75 milliliters of distilled water, 20 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide, and then you're going to need 5 milliliters of anhydrous glycerin. So just make sure you have all of this ready before you get started. So in order to get going, one thing that I recommend you get is going to be a magnetic bar stirrer like I have below here, and a 500 ml beaker. This is going to make the gel process much easier. But in order to get started, what I'm going to do is start with the first ingredient that I mentioned, which is going to be the 95% alcohol. So what I'm going to pour right now is going to be 400 milliliters of the 190 proof grain alcohol. This is going to be the core of our solution, and what we're going to end up doing is needing to dilute it with the other ingredients. So we're almost at the 400 mark now. So once I get this poured to the 400 mark, the next thing that I'm going to add is going to be the distilled water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully pour 75 mLs. I have my distilled water in a gallon jug, so I transferred it over to here just to make it a little bit easier. I have a little 30 milliliter medication cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 30 mLs. We'll turn our stirrer on. Then we're going to put 30. We're going to do another 30. And then we're going to do 15. And now we have our distilled water added. So the next thing that we're going to need to add is going to be hydrogen peroxide. What the hydrogen peroxide is going to be used for is it's going to clean the solution itself, and it's not used for cleaning your hands. So the correct amount is going to be 20 milliliters. So I'm going to pour that into the solution right now. And then the final step is going to be 5 milliliters of anhydrous glycerin. And what this does is it acts as a humectant, so it makes it so that your hands aren't going to dry out as much from the alcohol. So that is a pretty helpful thing. So I'm going to pour that into the solution, and I'm just going to be very careful that I don't contaminate my solution as I go. If you would like to wear gloves, that is something that you could also do to really try to help prevent any cross-contamination. Alright, so now that we have all of those ingredients in, if all you wanted to do today was to make a liquid hand sanitizer, you would actually be done right now and you could add this to a bottle. But the liquid hand sanitizer has some issues because it's so liquidy it can spill and ruin your furniture, it can get on your varnish, on your floors, and that's not very desirable. So in order to turn this into a gel, we just need to do a couple more steps. The first thing we're going to need is we're going to need to use this Carbomer powder right here, which is going to be what is going to be the base to turn this into a gel. So what I'm going to need to do is take out my scale, and we're going to need to weigh out 2 grams of Carbomer powder. A little goes a long way, so we're going to get that going right now. So I'm just going to zero out my little cup. We're going to scoop some Carbomer powder in here, and we're going to stop once we get to the 2 gram mark. So, see, we're at 0.68, almost at 1. Another couple good scoops, and we'll have our Carbomer powder ready to go. And if you're not sure where to get any of these ingredients, what I have done is I have listed them all in the video description below, so you'll be able to see where you can get them. A lot of this stuff you can get off of Amazon, which is pretty helpful. So I over-poured just a smidge. So I'm just going to take back a little bit of the powder and get it as close to 2 as possible. Alright, so now that we got our 2 grams, what we need to do is we need to slowly introduce this powder. We just want to try to not put too many clumps in. So what I like to do is just slowly turn my mixer up and try to get it up to full speed. You really want to have a really powerful mixer because it's going to make the powder dissolve much easier, spread out, and not get the big clumps. Alright, so we're almost at full speed now. So what I'm going to do is just slowly tap this powder in. So I've found that if you just give it a slow tap and you're just pretty careful about not having big clumps fall in all at once, that is going to be one of the big things. This is one of the things I tried out with my new recipe, which I'm doing today. I've been a little bit less cautious with the powder, but still cautious enough. But my goal is to try to make it so you can make this dough in not too much time, so that you won't be spending too much time making it. So I'm just going to slowly tap this powder in, try not to let it get too many clumps. And once we have it all the way into the solution, what we're going to do is we're going to put a plastic wrap over our beaker. We're going to let it mix for 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back and do the last step, which is my favorite step because it is so much fun. So I'm just going to keep slowly tapping this powder in, and we'll have this ready for the next step shortly. So what I've done when I changed the solution, the recipe to this, is I initially in my video 394 I had an 85% concentration of alcohol, and that threw off the Carbomer powder, and now we're working with a 75%, so now we're able to use less Carbomer. It's making a really clearer, thicker gel. It's been less tacky, and I feel like this is going to be a really great solution to make a really nice product. So I'm really excited to share the new recipe with you. All of this is going to be written out in the video description, including where you can get all of the products that you need to make this. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments section or in an email, and I'd really love to try to help you learn this. I find this to be a pretty fun thing to do. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been checking out my hand sanitizer videos. This is just a really good thing to be able to do in a time when the hand sanitizer is not readily available to everyone. So now we're just putting in the last final drops of the powder, trying to be careful enough that we don't get any big clumps in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plastic wrap, I'm going to cover it tightly because alcohol loves to evaporate. We're going to let this run for about 15 minutes, and I'll be back after that. Alright, so 15 minutes is up, and I'm going to turn our mixer down. So what I like to do is have this mix on the full speed for about 15 minutes to really help the Carbomer powder fully dissolve. So what we need to do is we need to get a mixture of Carbomer powder which is 0.5%. So that is what the 2 grams calculated out to, so that's why we added that. So what we have left is we're going to have one optional step and then one required step. So I'm just going to turn my mixer down to like it is right now, and the optional step is just something kind of fun. So what you can do at this point is you can add an essential oil if you would like to be able to add a nice little scent to your mixture. I like to do bergamot, and I'm going to add 4 drops right now. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, but this is really up to you and whatever your preference is with the smell. I don't like one that is too strong. So once that is all mixed in and we get ready for the final step, once we do the final step, we do not want to add anything else to our solution. So the final step is going to be bringing the solution from a pH below 6 to a pH between 6.0 and 7.5. In order to do that, we're going to use triethanolamine. This is a solution that works very well with Carbomer powders, and the second that it hits that, it's going to instantly turn into a gel, and it's so cool. We just need to use a very, very small amount. how I'm going to give this is I'm going to draw it up with a 1 milliliter syringe, and I only need 0.15 milliliters. So if you do not have a 1 milliliter syringe, you can certainly get a dropper. But you can also find 1 milliliter syringes on Amazon if you'd like to be super precise, which is something that I like to do. So I'm going to turn our mixer back up, and I just want to say that this is so fun to do. So once this turns into a gel, it's not going to be strong enough to mix it, so I do have a spoon that I cleaned off, which is going to be my manual stirrer. But the second this hits, it's going to turn into a gel. So let's do this right now. So we're going to put our triethanolamine down, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Alright, it's in. And now we have a gel. So now we're going to just do some manual mixing, and this is going to really turn into a thick gel quickly. So what's happening is the Carbomer powder is hydrating, it's pulling that water in, and it's turning it into this really, really clear gel. What I really like about my new recipe is that I brought the alcohol level down from 85% to 75%. That made it so I could get a clear gel very easily. It was very thick at the 0.5% recommended amount. I did not need to add extra Carbomer. It's less tacky. It feels great. I just think that this is such a good thing. So I am so happy to have been able to show you my new recipe. This is going to be my final recipe, and it's something really cool. But if I just lift some up with the spoon, you can just see how thick this is. This is a really, really nice gel, and this is going to be a really nice hand sanitizer. It's not going to run off your hands like the liquid one. And this is going to be a really, really cool thing to have. So I'm just going to mix this up for a few minutes, and you can see that I have a few white flakes in here. So that is going to be Carbomer powder that didn't fully dissolve. I usually take a little bit more time when I mix it in. That is an important step, but for this video I just wanted to try to do it quickly. But if you do have time, I do recommend that you be a little bit patient when you mix the Carbomer powder in. So the next step is going to be, we're going to just let this mix just for a second. And then we're going to get our bottle ready. So I have a bottle right here that I have labeled, and I'm going to pour this right in. So I'm going to now turn my mixer off. I'm going to move it over to the side. And I'm going to get ready to pour this. So I have done this several times. I am at this point pretty comfortable with pouring it without a funnel, but a funnel could be something that would be very helpful. Another thing I have is this magnet for when I get towards the end. I'm going to want to not have the magnetic bar stirrer fall into the container. So I'm going to pour this for you right now. You can just see how nice and thick this is going to be. Let me try to pour it so we can see it in a really good way. Alright, so this is a really cool thing to do, and it's so fun to make at home. I really enjoy being able to share it with everyone, and I'm really happy to be able to show everyone my new recipe. This is such a really nice thing. As you can see, I am finding one of the little white flakes, and you can always just fish them out if you don't want to see it in your bottle. And then you can just kind of continue pouring. And then once you get to the top, you just need to be pretty careful that you don't overfill it, or you're going to have it spill out. So I like to just take my magnet, and then I can just kind of even help it scoot the solution in. But for the scope of this video, I'm not going to scoop out every last drop. And then the next step is going to be, let's just get our dispenser and let's tighten it up. We can squirt the air in the line right in here. Let's prime this up. And let's get a really good look at the hand sanitizer that we made today with my new recipe. So we made a hand sanitizer with bergamot. We have all the ingredients listed right here. You can really see how clear of a gel this is. And now let's just put some right on our hand. This is such a nice clear gel. This is a really nice product that we can make at home. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for checking this out. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, anything at all on this topic, I'd really love to try to help answer them. I find this just to be a fun little side hobby. It's something that's very helpful in times like this. And thank you to everyone that has watched my videos on it. But either way, guys, this is all that I have for you today. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking this out. I hope you'll have a great day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.